Hello, everybody, and welcome to a lovely episode of Power Rangers Let There Be Thunder. Now with 20% more trauma and evil feelings and all of that
Only 20.
jazz. Only 20%.
Only 20? Sounds like
20%
rookie numbers.
more. 20% added onto our base level of trauma, which I feel was already fairly high. So that extra 20% is quite significant.
Who has trauma?
All of us?
What are you talking about? I've never experienced the trauma ever.
Who
I would
doesn't
say your
have
mama,
trauma?
but she dead.
Wait, did he say something I legitimately couldn't hear because video made his voice sound 8-bit?
Yeah,
Did he say something?
He said, I would say your mama, but she dead.
Yeah, for sure.
As is Peter's mama.
Oh, man.
And I'm not
As
going
is Sarah's.
into anything else that people don't know about yet. But there's a lot of trauma.
What are you talking? That's not traumatic. She died and I don't care.
It's
Okay.
just life.
That might be traumatic on it itself, really. Let's just adjust that whilst we're doing this. Yeah. With that extra 20% more trauma in mind, I am Matthew. I am the lovely GM for this group of crazy but lovable players who trust me, apparently.
Don't put
To
words in my mouth.
I said apparently. To not traumatize their characters too much, but try and find just the right amount of trauma to go.
You need to find the
Crazy.
sweet spot, Matthew.
The Goldilocks zone.
This
Yeah,
man can't
Goldilocks
season his
zone of
salad and he
trauma.
can't. This man can't season his salad and he can't give us trauma.
Yeah. Can't season my salad, but I can handle trauma. Yeah. Fantastic. And with my introduction done, take it away.
Hello there. I am Michael, and I will be playing Peter today, and I am always glad to be back as Peter. He is my first ranger and my favorite ranger.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I'll be playing Sophie today. She's the Blue Ranger and my favorite as well.
Hi, I'm Panic. I'll be playing Cal, the Yellow Ranger. I'm indifferent about his status. He is neither my favorite nor my least favorite.
He's the middle child.
He simply exists.
He's there.
Oh, that means it's my turn. I had to check the. Yes, hello. I am your Michael. Normally I'd be playing Sarah. Today, surprises.
Intriguing.
Hello, that's me. Sorry, I'm Jay. I'm having very highly localized internet connectivity problems, so I'm #slightly distracted. But I will be playing Mercutio Quinn, otherwise known as Q, your Red Ranger for this evening, and hopefully a few other evenings to follow.
Just replace Jay. Someone else can play Q.
They can certainly try.
Auditions.
Q-ditions.
We'll just bring it. We'll bring in your cat.
Michael can play Q. He plays everyone else so well. Oh.
Hi,
And
I'm Sabina. I play Cassidy, the Phantom Ranger. And we'll see what's going on this episode. I assume shenanigans, as always.
Shenanigans?
Damn, that camera delay
Never.
go crazy.
There are no shenanigans. Ever.
Shenanigans.
I've never met her.
Or was it my camera that's delaying?
I mean, it was. I don't know what it's doing now.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I
We
don't know either.
Then don't do anything. It's fine.
ordinarily, this would be the part of the episode where we recap last session's episode. However, we're going to do something slightly different this week, just to confuse everybody.
Like a time
Because
jump?
we will be doing a
Sorry.
time jump. But before we do a time jump, we're just going to examine a moment in time not too long ago where a Pink Ranger left a place very similar to one she spent some time in as a child or as a teenager, though slightly darker in nature and theme. We are talking about a timeline in which things didn't go quite the same way. A timeline which Sophie found herself visiting fairly recently. She was whisked away by the Blue Emissary, pulled back to the grid, and left to fend for herself. And as far as she was aware, at least, everything was normal. Everything where she left in this dark timeline went back to its own version of normality. Of course, normality is overrated. And the instant that Sophie's consciousness left this Pink Ranger's body, the body collapsed to the ground, leaving Ryan Mitchell, the Titanium Ranger, standing over it.
Is that where we're picking up?
Yup.
Okay. So yeah, months ago when we did this, Ryan and A Sophie were walking into the room, and I do believe he was just about to say something along the lines of, "All right, come on, let's find a way to get you home." And then I guess there's that telltale thud. Sophie? Sophie! Medical emergency! My quarters!
Unfortunately for the team, the first person that would respond to a medical emergency is the very same person that is laying unconscious on the floor. Fortunately, there are other trained medical professionals, and they do come running to the scene, responding as quickly as they can. They check for life, signs of response, signs of any indication that somebody is in there. They thumb back her eyelids, flash light into her eyes, testing for a reaction, and then finally look up at Ryan just as confused as he is. Was she attacked?
No. There was a switch. Someone or something in the morphin grid switched our Sophie with Sophie from another reality. And we were about to try to figure out how to undo that switch when she hit the floor.
By the time that Ryan has finished with his brief explanation, somebody's brought a
Gurney?
thank you, a gurney, and they lift her up and onto it carefully and begin wheeling her away to somewhere more private, somewhere they can hook her up to machines and monitor. But as the hours drift past, there's no sign of her condition worsening. However, there's also no sign of it getting any better. As it drifts into the early hours of the morning, 2, 3 o'clock, a commotion deep within the Lightspeed
Something went
Aqua
wrong.
base. Sets alarms blaring everywhere. Because from where
What now?
they'd stored the amulet they'd secured from Gluttony, a portal had opened. And
Dun, dun,
battlings,
dun.
hundreds and hundreds of battlings pour out, tearing through the Lightspeed Aqua base, intent on doing as much damage to the building, to the people within. The Rangers, 2 members of the team down, fight back and are, over the course of several hours, able to push the battlings back, and Ryan is able to destroy the portal. His esoteric learnings, however, as they count the wounded, they also discover the missing. Dr. Fairweather, several members of her team, completely gone.
Damn.
In the dark timeline, things just go from bad to worse. With nobody able to unlock the Lightspeed morphers, they can't replace Kelsey. They can't deputize anybody to stand in for Sophie. Six Rangers are down to 4. And their enemies do not give them any time. Attack after attack, they push them further and further into the city. The rescue Zords are destroyed. until Captain Mitchell, desperate, activates the cyborg rangers. Months have passed at this point. The rangers are exhausted, bruised, bloodied, beaten. He looks at his son. We can give you maybe a week. You need to figure it out. Whatever it is.
It'll have to be enough. I've been working on an idea. I might. Oh, I'll come back. I can't not. I have to come back. I have to find her. We can't do this without Sophie. I can't do this without Sophie.
Pulled through the grid
A week.
by his own connection to the Rangers and the Morphing Grid and his own experiments with the books and magical leanings that he had spent all of the time studying in order to prepare himself to try and rescue his sister. Ryan finds himself stepping out into different versions of Mariner Bay, Angel Grove. Each time he sees a version of the Power Rangers. He sees a version of Sophie. But he knows it's not the one he's looking for and steps back through.
Especially on the planet where they're all cats.
And the planet where they're all zombies.
Yeah, the prawn shrimp. Really.
But in Angel Grove, on a cold morning in March, he steps through and finds himself watching as Q and Sophie run through the campus, exercising on one of the few mornings that Q is not teaching a class.
Do you now want me to name a day?
No, you're good.
Good, because I have to open my note and I have to wait for that to load,
It's
so
fine.
you'd have to fill.
And whatever it is, whatever feeling, connection he feels, Ryan just knows. This is the Sophie that he is looking for. For the Thunder Rangers, a little over a month has passed, and things have been fairly sedate. Oddly, there haven't been as many attacks, it's almost as if the forces are gathering for something. You've all had time to practice, to exercise, and get ready for the Ninja Warrior tournament. A date finally set for next week.
It's only going to take us 6 months to get there.
Cassidy's had time to spend with her family. Relationships rebuilding, but still rocky. Especially with her slightly overly clingy mother.
Slightly?
She's only grounded you twice in the last month.
Okay.
But things are good. School is going well, and everyone is having a fantastic time. Until Michael.
Yeah, watching them run, recognizing that it's this Sophie with my silveriness. I kind of want to like, can I also sense my Sophie or an
You
echo
sense a
in this
power
Sophie?
that reminds you of your Sophie.
I think I'm on the right track. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I did it. I'm here. I have no idea how much time I've lost. Great. All right, and she starts barreling at Hugh and Sophie, just full tilt running.
From the front or from behind?
Are you chasing?
I don't know which angle am I coming in from.
You saw them run past
What's
you,
my angle of
so as they
approach?
drifted
OGN.
past you, you're now running sort of from behind and to the
I'm
left.
chasing. Okay. Yeah. So just like Terminator running. Sophie.
RoboCop.
Sophie kind of stops abruptly when hearing her name and looks at you and just looks very confused. And then she turns around kind of in a defensive stance, like she doesn't know exactly what to do. And she says, "What do you want?"
Doesn't actually stop running.
Yeah,
until
no,
and stop
yeah,
me if you want to.
She turned.
But he's going in. Yeah, he's going. It almost looks like he's attacking, but what's actually happening is he's going in for a hug. But you couldn't interpret that incorrectly if you'd like to.
Can I do an insight check?
I was about to say, let us check.
Yeah, I'd like to do an insight check, Matt.
Yep.
Q will be doing the same.
Okay. Oh boy. All right.
Okay.
Give me.
Unless Michael thinks differently, I would say like a difficulty 10.
I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting punched yet.
Which would be it anyway. So yeah.
I think.
There is no. Sorry.
Did you get it?
Murderous intent or anything. It's yeah. Except from Jay. Jay's full of murderous intent. but yeah, it's
Okay, so I think when Ryan goes to hug her, her posture softens slightly, and she quietly says for him to hear, "What are you doing here?"
oh, thank God I found you. Neil, let go. Hand still on your shoulders. He leans back. You left. She back.
She came back, right?
No. Her
What?
body collapsed, and she's been in a coma for months. At this point, he'll drop his arms. Yeah.
She looks over at Q to see kind of how he's reacting to this.
He's just a bit dumbfounded as to WTAF.
Months? Wait, how long has it been?
About 3 months.
No. That's not right. It's been like a month and a half.
Our worlds might be experiencing time differently, but she didn't come back, and then we got attacked. They took Fairweather. So many other people. And we're losing. And I need
Why
her.
are you here? Why are you
And
here?
you're my
Why
link.
aren't you looking?
You're my link. I need you to find her.
How does that work? How does that work?
I don't know yet.
Anyway, hi, I'm Q.
I can
Sorry.
feel her.
I'm sorry. Okay.
This must be your red. I
Yeah.
can tell
Um.
by the red.
Yeah. We considered not telegraphing all
Sorry.
that, but it's a thing we do.
Take a breath and turn. Extend a hand. Ryan Mitchell, titanium.
Okay. Is this a conversation that should happen here or somewhere less public?
Yeah.
Oh,
There.
so I'm not used to not worrying about that stuff. Do you have somewhere? You must have somewhere. Your command center is still intact, isn't it? Do you have your alpha?
Okay. Let's not right now. She looks at Q for a little bit of guidance because she's like, "Do we want to bring him in? Or is this a good idea?" Because if she were to go with her own impulse, she would have already said, "Let's go." But she's waiting for Q's input,
Direction.
approval, something. Yeah, she's just like
reaction. Q will look at Sophie and point at Ryan and be like, "Ranger." I don't know why I'm not looking at the camera.
Yeah. I didn't think it was important to explain, but yes. Not brainwashed, not angry. This one's safe, I think.
Oh.
And then she looks at Ryan. She looks at
Oh, I'm
Ryan
angry.
for.
I'm not safe.
Okay, and then she turns back to Q and says, "Not
I'm not
brainwashed.
Right?
Not
What do you
brainwashed.
mean
Still
brainwashed?
angry."
Hungry?
Is there a place we can go, Q, to have this conversation that isn't necessarily directly to the command center? I could think of. Oh no, we can't do that. Oh. Sophie is walking in the direction of her car. And she is it. I'm guessing it's parked nearby. Can I say that it's parked nearby, Matt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
entirely up to you.
If only Sarah
I'm
was here,
gonna
she
look
could get us
over
into
my-
any car.
Too soon. No. I'm gonna say the best I can think of right now is a drive.
left in Q's car.
Everything,
Yeah.
everything. I do some of my best figuring out while I'm driving, so we can have this
Okay.
conversation in a car privately, and then Sophie, as she's walking, will text Peter and say, "Remember all those weeks ago when I said I wouldn't be messing around with the morphin grid? I think I'm ready to go back to that. Are you down for helping me?"
Pete will just text back, "What's happened?" Question mark, question mark.
What now?
Too complicated.
She's just
Too
a picture of Ryan.
Too complicated. Too complicated to explain by text. Too complicated to explain by text. Can you start on research in the lab? Looking for a lost person.
I feel like Pete would need more context. Instead, Pete will text, "Where are you?"
She on campus, heading out for a drive. It's
Are you in your car yet?
just getting in.
Real talks, can Pete teleport into the boot?
Can you do a good
It's
plan?
a force.
Teleport into the boot and then climb out through the back seats.
Absolutely.
Into the car.
I'm
Do
not
it.
saying
I
no.
dare you.
And then, yeah, he'll ask, "Where are you parked?"
My usual spot near near the black dorms.
He'll instantly text back, "Don't move. I've been wanting to try something like this." And then all of a sudden, she'll just hear a thudum in the boot.
I think you have to roll. Sorry, Matt. He has to roll for this because if he gets it wrong, he's got to end up in the car next to them with the car alarm just going off.
Yeah, make
Just
us
for no
make us a
reason.
technology check. Technology with a downshift.
Yep.
It's the last text he receives before he does this is you'll see when you show up.
Because
And
I'm
the
using the
difficulty
teleport,
is going to be 22.
Because I'm using the teleporter, would it technically be grid tech?
Yeah.
Yep, excelente. Why are you making it so hard?
Because it's
Why am I
funny.
making it
It's
so
funny.
hard to teleport into a space
it's
you
funny.
cannot see?
Okay, well,
To a tiny space.
I got a 20.
What about
No,
a 2?
Anger.
But a 20.
No. Can I have that roll, Matt? Can we just switch?
I mean, no, because that'd be
Aw,
even
dang
worse
it.
for him, to be fair.
That's That's
I mean,
the
I
point.
could just
You-
land on the bonnet. It'd be hilarious. What did you
Just
roll?
like head slams
You
into the
land.
fuck!
You land in the back seat.
Yeah, just in the back seat. You don't land on the
Upside down.
bonnet, or just in the back seat, like heads in the footwell,
Upside down.
Yeah.
Um,
feet sticking up,
I made it.
knees touching the top of the roof.
Ryan
Yeah.
is immediately like a defensive stance. Like, what the hell?
it's
I'm under
okay.
attack.
Oh, God damn it. And you just see
No.
the car start shaking, his feet's trying to right himself.
She looks slightly embarrassed at this, and she says, "This is Peter, my boyfriend." Hi, babe. Here,
Can
and
Pete
she
get out of the
um,
car? Is the
help-
car locked? Or...
No. It's like the
Above
roof
the
is
table question.
the
Do
roof
I
is down.
recognize this person as the person who becomes the green psycho in my world? I recognize that.
Mm.
Oh, roll
I'd
me
like to
a
say yeah.
roll me a alertness or cultures check. Difficulty is going to be 15, but if you've got any grid law specialization in either, or I think you've got grid for apologist, which might help.
Literally grid lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can get edge. Yeah. I'm gonna
I
do
was
it.
going to say
I'm
that in that timeline, Psycho would happily walk around with his face out. Like, he's not scared of anyone in that timeline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, the game is
snap.
paused also.
So I'd like to just chime in, and as Pete notices Ryan, he'll kind of get out the car and instantly get into like a defensive kind of stance.
No,
And one would assume that
I can-
Ryan does the same
Yeah,
thing.
if anything, Ryan recognizes who and like doubles down. It's like
We're just both squaring off like
Fight.
no,
Sophie enters, but
In the
like
backseat of a car.
not here.
no, Sophie helped them get out. Like there was, so her mini is a convertible, so the roof was down, and she was getting ready to leave when Peter landed, and she helped him get out.
That may not have been
Sophie
as clever
will
as I was
stand-
hoping then.
No, it's really not. And Sophie just looks at Peter and says, "This one's not brainwashed."
Wait, is this
This one's not psycho.
so? The other
Yeah.
timeline is real, 100%. Like, damn.
Yeah. No, this. She looks at Q and just says, "Oh, all right, everybody get in the car. We're driving and we're going to figure this out." When Sophie says this, Peter knows exactly what's about to happen and where they're driving to. But this is the only way I can give us some privacy until we figure out what to do. And she's gonna get in the driver's seat.
I don't have a lot of time.
Look, it's a 20-minute drive, not even. We can hash it out in 20 minutes. That's the hope.
Okay.
We might, and then she looks at Q, kind of really not wanting to say this, but she says, we might need to let Ryan to the command center.
Yeah, makes
If
sense.
and
If you try anything, we will kill you.
you're kind of already public enemy number 1 in Mariner
Fair.
Bay in this
I
timeline.
do the same.
Okay. It's fine. Maybe it's good that you landed here and not there. And
Ryan's going to extend a hand, like now that the tension has bled just ever so slightly. Ryan will put a hand out toward Peter. Ray Mitchell.
Pete will return the hand, like, Peter Parker, nice to meet you.
Predator handshake.
It's
As
kind of
someone
that,
else
but
who
like neither of
loves
us want to let go.
You're very lucky. Yeah. Like
Okay, now do as Mum
he's
says
just like
in the car.
cuts an eye towards Sophie. Don't screw it up.
I'll do my best.
Sophie, I think, has just focused kind of intentionally on starting the car and driving when that exchange happens. I think she's just choosing not to see it. And then and then she says, okay, Ryan, we're going to drive. I'm going to drive. And you are going to tell us exactly what we can do to help you.
Okay. I'm not my theory and getting here and seeing you is lends credence to that theory. Is that whatever switched the two of you when it went to switch you back, it screwed up.
I mean,
It
that sounds a
didn't
lot
do it
like
right.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I was going to say I was going to call Blue Emissary. Yeah.
The Blue Emissary did this to
Yeah, she's a barrel of monkeys.
damn emissaries.
Yeah,
Great.
so
So that yes, there's
she gestures with one hand at what she's wearing and says, yeah, blue. Not great.
all right. My theory is I need you to find her and bring her home. I can sense some residual portion of her energy still lingering with you. Wherever I need that to figure out where she is. Bring her home. You're the missing piece of the puzzle.
She is looking kind of in her peripheral vision at Peter, who I assume has in the passenger seat next to her, and she says in a kind of shaky voice, or slightly shaky voice, that, and I have to go back through the morphing grid.
No. There is no way that's happening again.
I don't.
We'll figure something
I
else
don't
out.
know.
If we didn't want to do it again, then at least we've got Cassie and the Wayfinder, so getting back shouldn't be a problem. I mean,
I've been hopping dimensions trying to find my way here.
How did you
I've
manage
seen-
that?
Wasn't easy, but just a combination of my connection to the grid and some spells I found. I was able to open doors.
spells like My Little Pony spells or something else?
What?
What? What I read.
I read.
There was a world of Pony Rangers.
Shut up.
Is that what you're talking about? There was also cats.
Cats would make awful rangers.
There was also zombies, frankly.
Zombies. Great. I mean, that tracks with what
Yeah.
I've seen in the Morphin Grid.
I found at least one timeline worse than mine.
I don't know if that's a good thing. Okay. So the plan is we go to the lab and we. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can pull the pink energy that's left behind from me, and we can transfer it to find a way to transfer it to you, maybe, Ryan?
I think we need to use it as a guiding stone. Because whatever you're holding, whatever piece of the pink energy of my Sophie that is still with you should be connected to whatever got left behind in a grid, I presume, from what you said and what I'm thinking. Most of my Sophie is trapped somewhere in the grid.
This is where Pete will pop up.
We need to use as a wayfinder to find her location on the grid.
Well, we have an actual grid wayfinder, which might make life even easier.
I think
Certainly can't hurt, honestly.
the more
Cool,
direct
well,
the
let's-
connection, the more direct the connection, the faster we can get to her.
The stronger the connection, but yeah.
Okay.
So let's assemble the troops at the command center. Yeah.
Pete sends out a group
As
deck.
long-
Avengers assemble.
As long as you're comfortable with making that call. I didn't want to immediately say we should go to the command center. That's why I suggested the drive.
Mhm.
Plus, it helps clear my head.
I love the fact that as we're in a soft top car, we've had this conversation at the top of our lungs over the sound of the wind. By the time we get to the command center, we're all just going to be hoarse. So yeah, group text.
It's movie
All the
magic,
Rangers
okay? It's just
Yeah.
regular volume.
Yeah, so let's meet at the command center.
Sophie, before like there's a teleport or whatever, she just grabs Peter's hand and she says, "You know I gotta do it, right? If I have to go back in, you know I gotta do it, right?"
I get where you're coming from, but hopefully it won't come to that. I have some ideas. Pete's famous last words.
Look, I just
Never said they were good
I
ideas.
didn't want to. I don't want to blindside you, and you know, I feel like I'm the reason he's going through this, and he's lost her.
Don't worry, he'll get his Sophie back. We'll figure it out.
It's not your fault. Apparently, the Blue Emissary is at blame. And hasn't fixed this Just yells into the distance.
The blue
Um,
emissary was only worried about the blue ranger. The pink emissary's fault for not sorting out the pink.
This is not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blue
Blue
started it,
emissary's just
so-
like, well, I sorted out my ranger.
She
These emissaries.
she gives Peter a hug and kind of quickly, kind of in a really casual, off-handed way, before she pulls away, she just says, "Love you," and then teleports out.
Hope you stop the car first.
Yeah, please tell us we're parked.
Oh, hits a tree, everyone dies.
We're all dead.
No,
And that's the end of that Heavy Thunder.
look, I didn't want to.
Little did you
No,
know, this was a Cal
eventually-
episode.
No, eventually, when the drive is over, like I just didn't want to have to, obviously. But yeah, eventually
I
when
was just cracking a joke.
she
Yeah.
parks the car again, but yeah, so then she just kind of teleports to the command center and just leaves that hanging there, just really quickly.
I had thought I'd hitch a ride. I guess one of you wanna bring me along? 'Cause I don't know how to get to your command center.
No,
I could
Sophie
find
just
you,
ran away.
but that's a waste of
Ran
energy.
away.
Pete will just put his hand on your shoulder and just teleport you with him.
Yeah.
As you
Thank
guys
you.
can, do you guys come into like the main hall, right? Like, are you teleporting directly to the?
No, to the main
Okay,
area.
yeah.
I'm
As you
guessing.
come in, Cal is cooking something on the stove. Is if you like pina coladas, I'm getting caught in the rain.
Cassie's sitting at the table going through a book, just enjoying it.
Also, it's time.
Yeah, go get your stuff.
Sophie is the
Now
first
making
one
pizza.
to teleport in, and she says, guys, we have a bit of a situation and a guest."
I guess.
and then they all teleport, and so this is my friend Ryan. And just introduces him to everyone casually.
So Matt, can I tell when Ryan shows up that he's immediately from another timeline?
Do you want to make another alertness check?
I do want to make another alertness check. I'm not using the dice spot again. That screwed me over 2 times. What is it? That's grid lore, correct? That's what I was
Yep.
using. Okay. Character sheet. What do I? Yes, I'm specialized. Heck yeah.
I'm special.
I'm special. I'm so
I'm
special.
special.
So special. 20 exactly. 15 plus 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, almost hit.
100%. There's
Almost.
just something just slightly off about his energy.
Immediately she blurts out, "Don't worry, he's not brainwashed. Still angry, but not brainwashed."
I immediately get up and I
You
just
keep saying that, and I
just
It's okay.
go
They'll
Ryan.
get it.
Has anyone else lost? You
I
cut
think
out
it was
when
just
me, Sabina.
A brief
What?
moment of lag. You were
I'm
circling
sorry.
Ryan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I was circling Ryan and I say, so you're
Yeah.
from another timeline.
Pete will be like, "Don't worry, we'll put him back."
you're a phantom.
I am.
You have
not
your
free.
phantom.
Um,
Oh, good.
I mean, Cassidy's kind of free to do her
Makes
own
that
thing.
nuts.
Not really ours, technically. She's kind of her own thing
She's a free
if
agent.
she wanted to.
It's more like
I'm just
she
here
has
to help
us.
for the time being.
Your reality. You have your reality phantom.
I mean, didn't you know there's
I
like
think mine
multiples of
died.
them in
I
this
don't know.
reality?
I can never
You-
find.
You had a You were working with a Phantom Ranger as well?
No, I'm trying to find them, and everything I couldn't, and what little I found led me to believe that they were dead. I don't know where they are.
Right here. Maybe in your
Having a
timeline.
phantom would have been very helpful. Yeah, well, saying
Well,
thank you for
we
being here. Is what
span
I'm saying.
all
Just
timelines, so we
having
don't
you
die.
here.
Why are you here? Is the question.
Yes, wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Because when the blue emissary decided to screw around with people's lives and sent Cyworld, when done, it wasn't done correctly. My Sophie is missing.
Interesting.
I need to find her.
Well, I
And
could try and get in contact
this
with the
Sophie
emissaries.
is the connection.
Doubt they'd listen.
If you think they'll listen, they've had, subjectively for me, they've had 3 months to fix this. 3 months of her being in a coma. 3
What?
months of people dying around me.
There's no need to get worked up. We'll figure this out. What spectrum is your Sophie?
Pink.
Pink. She is a fickle one. From what I've heard, I haven't met all of them. Okay. My apologies that this happened. Traveling through alternate timelines and alternate universes is very hard. If not done correctly, everything could be messed up. If you do anything to affect the grid, looks at Sophie, in any way, the emissaries get upset. And there's consequences.
Hugh arrives just as that's happening with like a burger.
They started this.
And he just goes, and what if it's the emissaries that have messed it up?
You sound privileged.
You never know.
Yeah.
They work in mysterious ways, like I said. So, pink. Peter, scans.
I was just
You
about
said
to say
something.
that as this is going on while you're talking, Pete will come in with a scanner, like to scan Ryan.
Yes. Scan Ryan. And then you said, Ryan, you were saying that our Sophie is the key.
There is residual energy hanging onto her from my Sophie. That's the connection. That's the key to figuring out where my Sophie is.
So what do you think we should do?
Everybody make me an
We need
alertness
to
check.
pinpoint the energy. And we need
No, Matt.
Perception based, not grid power, grid tech or anything else. Just good old perception.
Oh,
I would
Fine.
like to use
three
an
upshift
idea point.
specialized.
Go for it.
Okay, that didn't help. I'm like, these dice are canceled.
Oh my God, really?
I rolled a 16 with a 4 on my D4.
Ryan, you're supposed to be good at this.
Ryan isn't even listening to himself.
He's not paying.
Ryan's too busy trying to comprehend that. Oh, so the Phantom Rangers in the grid know the timeline is fucked and are actively choosing not to help. Nice.
That's funny.
The
We don't
highest we've
change
got.
the timeline.
The highest we've got.
Maybe
is
they've had it
22.
with their blue emissary. Yeah.
22.
Cassidy,
Mhm.
you hear footsteps coming from down the hallway. 2 pairs of footsteps. You know that Kim is still in the base, still recovering, and logically, somebody from Lightspeed is there looking after her.
Mhm.
It makes sense. Wyatt, you hear it.
Penny.
Oh,
Not
Cal.
Wyatt, sorry. Cal, you hear it a few seconds later. And Sophie, just a second after that, just before these footsteps reveal themselves to be Kimberly and Dana.
No.
Oh no!
Kimberly walks into the room
Bum, bum, bum.
using her
So much pink energy.
crutch to steady herself, moving towards one of the chairs. She looks over at Cal, who presumably is still singing the Pina Colada song as he cooks.
No, there's a discussion going on.
Okay. Pulls over and is just like,
I bring the food I was making. I bring over the empanadas.
if
I
I
put them in
wasn't
front of her.
married.
And then I body block Ryan.
And then as Dana walks in and recognizes her brother, she drops the first aid kit she's holding. So for everybody else,
That's the
they-
2 I get in between when I bring the food over. I am between
Instantly.
Dana and Ryan.
hear and notice this. Peter, Ryan, and Q. The names are falling apart out of my head today. I apologize. You all turn to see this first aid kit hit the floor. The supplies go tumbling out and falling across. And Dana throws herself at Cal in an effort to try and get past and to
All right, so
attack
parallel universes.
Ryan.
Cheese browser.
Oh, okay. We thankfully, Cal was able to prevent Dana from breaking through and attacking
Can-
Ryan.
Can I do a persuasion check to
Yeah, go for it.
Can my act of physically stopping Dana give that persuasion check edge?
or an upshift or something? I don't
So
know.
get bonus.
I will give it an upshift.
Let's go.
Okay.
Here to help.
I mean, you are physically helping, so that's great. I am going to roll persuasion with a D8. I don't know why I have so much persuasion. Okay, let's go. That is a 20.
That is
I'm
enough.
just gonna yell. I'm gonna yell, wait, Dana! It's fine, don't! He's not who you think he is.
Dana sort of
Dana?
looks from Ryan to Sophie and back and just kind of throws her arms at him, like in his direction, just like, what do you mean he's not who he... It's Ryan!
No,
Come
no,
here!
no,
Alternate
no.
line.
I'm
Not
not.
demon.
I'm not your Ryan.
And Sophie does this
So
whole
you're not
like
my Dana.
exposition spill
But it's so
about
good to see that face.
yeah. She waits for Dana's reaction and then does a full exposition spill about the dark timeline, and then kind of tangentially explaining what's going on in this timeline. So it's like, you know how in this timeline your brother was raised by demons? Well, you know, in the other timeline, and then she starts monologuing the thing that everybody at this table
God,
knows
for a
has
clown.
happened. Yeah.
You see her shoulders slump at first, and then like the energy kind of go out of her, and it's less that Cal is holding her back and more like Cal is holding her up. You-
I do
I'm
have
gonna
a question.
I'm gonna put her in a chair.
I do have a question though. Now that we're here, and now that everybody is fully clued in, she gives Ryan kind of an apologetic look. I have residual
That
energy from
explains
your
why you kept
Sophie.
saying I'm not brain.
I thought I would drive the point home to everybody so they're not attacking you on the spot. That was more for
Which
their
shit,
benefit.
where's Alpha?
Yeah.
Because he might attack Ryan.
It also sounds like you didn't tell anyone what happened.
Look,
You
I
didn't
don't-
tell me what happened to you?
she knows. I didn't tell her everything. I couldn't.
I'm gonna kneel down next to Dana and like reach for her hand. Does she flinch away or?
She does flinch at first. You can see she kind of, her hands clench together into fists. Her fight or flight reaction really kicks in, and she's ready to fight. And then she kind of, that's not you. You didn't do those things.
And I can say the same about you. It's so good to see you, any version.
I've seen your face a lot, but generally it's right before you morph and start hitting me.
Your face is very different now. I'll remember this one when I go to bring mine back.
If you can't, if she's anything like me, she'd rather, can't believe I'm saying this, she'd choose anything
Die.
other than not being a demon.
Yeah. Yeah. Would it be too much if I asked for a hug?
She slowly puts an arm around you, but there's something guarded. She kind of keeps her eyes on you, watches your hands. It's almost like once bitten, twice shy.
I wish I had time to help you save your Ryan.
We're getting there. I think he wants to be saved. So that's something.
Oh. If we're anything alike, yeah, you can reach him. Just keep pushing. I'm stubborn.
Yeah, I just wish you'd been a little bit more stubborn about ignoring them. But I suppose I can't say much. Not if I've gone full Wicked Witch.
A little bit, yeah. You almost finishes the words, you killed Kelsey, but stops. Yeah. It's been a lot. My world is in trouble. We've lost so many. I'll just kind of let go and step away from her. Okay. There's a lot of work to do. We need to triangulate Sophie's location. That's step one,
Dana
I think.
sort of pushes herself up from the seat and moves over to join Kimberly. And we'll get out of your way. There's nothing we can do to help, but if there is,
So,
you'll only be
Sophie,
downstairs.
Sophie blurts out, "Wait." She turns to Ryan and says, "I know you said that I'm the key. Do you think a little extra light speed energy would help?" She is the pink light speed ranger here. I only have residual energy left. If we amplify what's lingering here, maybe it'll be stronger, maybe it'll help.
It could strengthen the bond. Yeah,
Yes, but her pink
it can't hurt.
and your Sophie's pink energy are different. I would think anyway.
Correct, but there's still... It's still the light speed source, which could help us hone in between... It could be... There's 3 points of... We have the Sophie connection, we have the light speed connection, and then we also have my connection. And those three points may be enough to triangulate Sophie's position.
I'm just worried that it might be diluted between my blue spectrum and other factors. Let's give it a
Right.
try.
Shall we do scans of everybody?
Yeah, I don't think having data mirror is going to hurt.
Pete? Pete, you're muted.
Thank you. There is also the implication of what Alpha told us before about duplicating powers. If we try and use the residual energy of the other timeline, Sophie and Dana at the same time, it could do bad things to that tether to the morphing grid.
It's risk.
I'm on a tight timeline. I don't know how much time I've lost. My father gave me a week to fix this. And I don't know how long it's been.
Could I check how long it's been with my handy dandy
Obviously,
awesomeness?
Phantom Rangers would know, obviously.
I would.
I will say, it's almost a week. Like, we're talking like hours.
Yeah, I'll check my communicator and I'll be like, you're right, we do not have much time, and then I'll close it.
Is it worth taking that risk?
It might be.
if your Phantom is just saying we're running out of time, yes. Without Sophie, my world falls.
Let's do it then.
Sophie looks at Peter and kind of says, like, okay, we're doing this.
Just in case, can Pete summon the MGD? Just in case things start going awry, it'd be a good idea to sever connection temporarily. Cool. Pete will summon the MGD then. Insurance policy. Okay, anything goes wrong, we're using it.
Keep it at your belt.
I don't know what that is. But okay.
I'll explain later.
Shall we head to the lab, do some scans, and then search for this? I don't know what to call it yet.
Yes, let's pinpoint the frequencies. And then they said you have a wayfinder.
I
We're gonna need that.
did. I don't know if I did. Did I ever get it back?
I think you did.
Did
Peter
you give it back to me?
Pete,
Yeah,
Are you
I
gonna-
think so.
Okay, well then yes, I do.
+1 wayfinder in the inventory.
Ba-da-da-da.
Legendary item, 100%.
All right.
Never giving it that up again.
It'll never let you down, run you around, or desert you.
I do. If once we get the
Get
frequency
our scan
set,
on.
we can do it. So yeah. Do we need science checks, Matt?
Do we need science checks, or is this a tech thing? Technology.
Is it lab coat time?
Is it lab coat time?
Lab coat time.
Cal,
Do we need
you.
an autopsy? No, I'm kidding.
Magic.
Hopefully not. If
Yeah,
there's
you're
an
gonna-
autopsy,
Is this-
someone's really
is this-
screwed
Let's see
up.
how
You're
you
gonna,
roll.
you're gonna need to perform the autopsy when I bomb this science check and die.
Okay, but is it a science check?
So
Is it science or technology?
we are
And can I assist?
using the pink spectrum, the connection
Mhm.
to Sophie and the connection to Ryan to try and triangulate using the
is-
wayfinder
Mhm.
where other Sophie may be.
Yes.
Mhm.
I will say it being your wayfinder.
Yeah.
You do not need to make a check with it.
Cool.
You are quite intimate in the use of it, knowledge of the use of it. You have them essentially stand around you just in a triangle, just so that you've got these points of reference around you easily visible.
Mhm.
Open up the wayfinder, not the Wi-Fi
The
finder.
The Wi-Finder. I wish I had one of those.
Damn, the Wi-Fi finder or the wife finder.
The
Either way.
Wi-Finder. Both.
Yeah,
Both.
Pete, you
You
need to make
activate the
both those
Wi-
devices.
yeah, Pete.
You, act-
Um,
you activate
I'm
the
on it.
Wi Finder and it just shows you a picture of Cal.
you will be rich. Yeah,
Oh,
you
man,
activate
that's-
the Wayfinder,
Okay.
and
Okay.
the Tesseract projection appears before you, showing you this representation of the grid.
Mhm.
And you manipulate it in such a way that it shrinks down, and then dozens of other tesseracts appear, just circling, each one a representation of another timeline, another multiverse.
Another Sophie.
Another place where a Sophie can be found. Some of them instantly grey out, and there's one of them you're able to point at instantly, and you just, yeah, that's the one with the cats.
That's the cat. We don't need that one. Flick.
Cats?
Ponies, cats, dogs,
Like
llamas,
Tinder.
Yeah, there's a
koalas.
Like,
Nope.
They're just like, at some point, you have to take me to these places.
No.
Make me
Peter's a fairy.
an alertness or survival.
Can I?
Alertness, perception,
Yes.
Or grid tech.
grid lore.
Yeah, grid law.
I just really
Can I
like using grid
assist?
lore.
You can assist. I will say you will get an
Also make
upshift
the check.
for. You'll get 3 upshifts, one for each of these individuals.
So I get 3 upshifts, and she's assisting, or do I get the upshift because she's
That's for the.
So I get I'm already at a D4, and then I get 3 upshifts, so that I get up to a D10. Correct?
Yep.
Specialization.
And I'm
Roll
specialized.
all the dice. So many dice. Doesn't that make you feel powerful?
It does.
Yeah. Love that
And
for
then you
you.
sneeze and they go everywhere.
Yeah. They just fall all over the floor.
Let's see. That is 11. 19.
I hope that's an 11 on a D12. Oh.
Yes, that is a 19.
You spot tiny, minuscule on one of these tesseracts, a pink dot, and you're able to essentially wipe the board clean of every other tesseract, bring this one closer and just expand it. Make me a technology or cultures check grid law again.
Do I still get that upshift?
No upshifts for this
I'm-
one.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't assist.
You can get an assist from Ryan or from Sophie.
It's one of us, not both of
Who
us.
would
Okay.
who would like to assist, Ryan or Sophie?
I only have a D2 in technology. I'm kind of technology dumb.
Well, I'm using grid lore.
I have,
Ryan.
Does Ryan
Sophie
have grid
points at
lore?
Ryan.
I have written. Yes.
All right, then I will take that upshift. That's not good.
What did you get?
A 9. I rolled a
You're specialized, right?
Nope. I am specialized. I have a D4 and a D6. I rolled a 1 on the D6. I read that as
Oh,
a 6.
no.
It's a 9 on the D20 and a 3 on the D4. So
Okay, so
that
12?
that's a 12. I was
12.
off.
That's fine.
Okay, good.
You are able to identify the timeline.
Yay!
Surprisingly, the timeline is resonating with the same energy that Ryan is. As far as you can tell, Ryan has made this grand journey to find his Sophie,
Mhm.
and she has been there.
So the 3-month coma is unrelated.
Your Sophie's in your timeline.
Doesn't make any sense.
Can I pinpoint where exactly in his timeline she is? Is she in her body or?
She's in her body. She's in the Lightspeed Alpha base. She's in the medical wing.
She's in her body. She's there. She's just
There's no cause.
in a coma. Maybe
There's no cause other than
Is I'm blanking on the name. Is our Phantom Ranger tracking her grid energy or her like? It feels weird to ask for soul, but is this like? I'm wondering if like her all of her power is there, but her like id is somewhere else.
Her
and we
consciousness
can't tell that.
is in the body.
Mm-hmm.
But because so
You kind of
because all
asked the
of that
right
technically
question,
isn't there.
just for the record,
do I
but the wrong way round.
was I asking a question? I don't remember.
No, Cal did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Panic did. Cal is literally live texting Sarah. Cal has
Can
no
I-
stock in this.
Can I
so
can I
you're
do
telling
like
me
a
that she's
medicine check?
there, but
Pete would like to out
I think
loud.
I need to bring the piece you're holding. We need to release it from you. That
Fwam.
I don't like the sound of that.
Just holding.
I
up the
close the
MG
wayfinder.
The MGD.
if you're telling
have
me she's
an
there,
idea.
that she's in a coma, the only cause for this coma is the multiversal travel. She came home, but only like 95%. You have the other 5%.
We
Sophie has an idea. And she is at her console trying to figure something out. Matt, I want to create a key, like the one that Sophie is wearing around her neck, with and try to siphon the whatever residual pink energy is in her. And I'd like to compress it down to a stone, much like the one that she is wearing.
It will be a cultures, grid law, grid tech, grid anything related essentially. Check. Difficulty.
Grid tech.
Yeah, grid tech. Difficulty
Is it a
is going to be
cultures?
cultures. Yep,
Okay.
like activating any of the doors or anything like that.
You gave me a tech check the last time I tried to do that.
What are you,
Okay.
Just check
No.
something.
what are you
She's
trying to
she
do?
starts
I can.
she starts thinking out loud. She's like, so, and she pulls the pendant out of her, like from underneath her shirt, and it's like, access to all of the private quarters requires a mental connection to a particular spectrum. I once devised this idea where I would compress a certain amount of spectrum energy to turn it into a key that would allow people access to my room without me being present to open the door. If I can siphon the energy, the residual energy into one compressed key, maybe this will help you get her back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, I'm not entirely sure how to pull this
I think
energy
I can
from
do
me
that.
because it's not. Okay.
I can do that.
Can I do a thing?
Oh
I'm
no.
intrigued what you want to do.
I was gonna just gonna straight up go, sorry, babe, and then shoot her with the MGD.
It's for the greater good. Womp.
I mean, I programmed
She-
it.
I don't know why that's so funny.
It's entirely up to you three.
Okay, how does it feel? I mean, if it's happening and he's shooting, do you have to decent targeting? You could entirely miss. You can't just automatically shoot, right?
Who's good at
No, it
shooting?
would be targeting.
Hmm.
Peter has the MDGs.
Are you taking the shot?
So he's shooting.
That's the real question.
Is he actually
Yeah.
is he actually taking the shot
Yeah.
while she's trying to work behind her console? Do I get cover for that?
19?
It's against my. Wait, is Dodgy only morphed? No. Yeah.
No, it is not.
No, it's. Well, I'm also behind a console, right? Does that help me not get shot? I don't know. My evasion's a 17.
See, here's the thing. I would say it would be more against toughness and evasion because you don't know it's coming.
Okay. Then it definitely hits because I only have a
This is
toughness of
all right.
14.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. It's entirely up to you with the dodgy and the defends, but would you be taking defend action like
No, she's
24/7?
busy doing. No, she's doing a research action right now. She's doing active work, so she's not even really paying attention. She's kind of tunnel vision.
So is Pete
And
actually shooting Sophie in this case?
specifically, he's programmed the MGD to target only the light speed energy that's in her. So it's literally removing that from her so it can return to where it needs to go. But yes, he is shooting her.
Hashtag relationship goals.
It's only there for
Yeah.
6 seconds.
You felt strange since you came back from the other dimension. You felt every time you've used your ability to teleport, you felt like there's something wrong, like there is something pulling against you. And for the
Is
first
this
time
it?
since that happened, there is this sense of relief as this anchor is just stripped from you. And not being the holder of this power, it slips into the grid, not back to you, and presumably back to the Sophie that it should do. You don't feel
Can I track?
harmed. You don't feel anything but like a weight has been lifted from your shoulder. And if it wasn't for the fact that you did feel this weight lifted from your shoulder,
Shiitake
you
mushrooms. I
wouldn't
lost Matt.
even know
I'm
that
gonna
you
reload real
had
quick.
been shot. There's no mark. There's nothing that would indicate that this had happened.
Yeah. Immediately, Ryan just goes to like shove Peter against the wall. Like, what did you do?
People just laugh. Don't worry, I did a good thing. Hey, Cassie, can you check that Wayfinder again?
Yep. And I check my wayfinder again.
You open up the Wayfinder, and immediately you notice that there is only 2 points of reference. You're able to find the universe you're looking for straight away. You know exactly what you're looking for, where it is, and the pink energy is bright. It is radiant. It's there. It's where it should be.
Ryan
I don't
will
know.
step slightly back with like one hand still on Peter's chest. You should seriously consider your actions before you take them.
Pete will have one hand behind his back
But thank you.
on his morpher, and he'll just kind of put his hand around like to the front and just kind of go, "So should you." But you're welcome.
Okay.
Now, presumably, can Cassie see
This
that
wasn't for nothing.
other Sophie is awake?
Just so you know, Sabina is having some trouble with video, so she's
Yeah.
lost most of us.
Yeah.
So she's in the process of reconnecting. So
She's
hold your
back.
thoughts.
You have
Both
returned.
so
hands are up.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm
I could hear you, so I've just been translating so that everybody knows what's been going on.
Thank you. everybody just like ah.
It
Yeah.
happens. Sometimes that's not your fault.
It had been working. We jinxed it.
Vito just sucks sometimes. Yeah.
It didn't.
I have lost again.
I still have everybody. I can hear it.
I didn't get her back at all.
It's coming through. You are coming through for us, Sabina. I think just
What?
it's quite heavily buffered.
Not for me. Let me
I
refresh.
can't see or hear Sabina.
Just bear with us a minute, everybody. Apologies. We're just having a slight minor technical issue with all of the cameras and all of the audio and everything that, makes the things do the things.
Okay. Okay. Still everybody but no, I don't either.
No, it's okay. They both.
Yeah, no, you have
they're
everyone who
reloading
is
at the
here.
moment. Yeah.
Everybody's doing a shuffle.
Oh no, I'm missing good people still.
The gremlins have attacked. Somebody fed them after
Who
midnight.
fed them after midnight?
Yep. I blame Michael, the Green Ranger
Hey.
Michael. It sounds like something he'd do. Oh, the gremlins are hungry. Let's feed them.
Keep moving so that when Sabina reconnects, she knows whether we're actually moving or not. Because I can see her.
I can
Can
also
you hear
see
us,
her.
Sabina?
Yeah. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Everybody
can
do
see her
your
moving.
best
Stays
And
this way.
shake-
Cars impression.
Okay, let's go.
Fantastic.
So,
Okay.
All right.
The pink power has returned to the timeline it should be in, the universe it should be in, and everything is groovy. Other than the minor
All right.
altercation between Ryan and Peter.
I totally missed that.
They just,
Oh, Ryan was gonna deck Peter. It's great. I mean,
We're just
Sorry.
posturing. It's fine.
just a little bit of posturing between friends.
Once
they friends,
I
though?
know
Just
for
a little bit
sure-
of just randomly shooting people without saying anything, you know.
Once I know for sure that that it's right in the correct timeline, I go, Ryan, she's back. The pink energy for Sophie is back.
He'll just be like, "Whew, told you." And he'll poof away the MGD.
You could have said something before just shooting her in the back.
Kind of just came to me.
You're lucky I wasn't more.
In 2 more seconds, and I would have been.
All right, calm down. I pushed the
Boys,
Sophie puts her hand on Ryan's shoulder and says, "It's okay." Right? She kind of glares at Peter, like over Ryan's shoulder.
She's all there
Did
now.
apologize beforehand, so
can
you
only
can't
hope
be
that means
angry
she's
at me.
awake.
Yeah, what? I hit Peter with the frying
I
pan,
don't
and
think
I'm
that's how
holding
it works.
dong.
Oh no.
To be fair, I
Can you
thought
guys
that
still
was
hear
an
me?
out of
Okay.
yes. To be fair, I thought that was an out of game apology and not a in character thing.
hear and see me.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
we're good.
As this has come
I
to
see
pass,
you and I hear you.
and
I did.
as this has come to pass, and everything seems to be resolved for the better. I'm waiting. Nope. I apologize in advance because I'm just going to steal Sabina's character for a moment. As this has all come to pass and everything seems to be resolved for the better, Cassidy, who still has her Wayfinder out, looks at it and looks over at Ryan and just you said you had a week.
Yeah.
Like exactly a week.
Well, he said a week. I mean, before he made a move without me.
And
why?
You know they weren't going to make a move. Like, I've lost the red spectrum and the blue spectrum.
Carter and Chad?
Oh no.
I mean, shit.
Like,
better go.
You feel flickers of some crackle and almost like a change in the temperature of the room, a change to the energy in the room as an electric sensation runs up your arms, your legs, across your hair, causing it to drift upwards on static energy. All of you feel this electric wash over you. What do you do?
Do you have any idea what's happening?
Something?
Is there
It's muffin time.
Is
there-
Sophie
I
in
don't
her?
know, like a grid lore or something?
Is there something I can
ascertain
hit with a frying pan?
The reason
It is
Hold your horses, Rapunzel. Your time will come.
it's a difficulty 30 grid lore check.
Can Sophie assist by using her console to start
Not
looking things
in
up?
this moment. This is like a reaction to what's going on, not an action.
Q will put
Right.
down his drink and his fries, and he will morph.
Yeah, Pete will also spend a PowerPoint.
Yeah. I
Green
can't
Thunder,
make that
Dragon
deck,
Zeo
so
power.
it's just, yeah. Titanium power. I don't know what's happening, but be ready for anything.
This sensation continues to grow for several more seconds. And then you see a figure in the center of the room, surrounded by a storm of light that just explodes outwards, washing over you. There's no pain. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't feel like anything has actually happened. It just dissipates as it touches your armor. For a second,
Okay,
the figure is difficult to see. The light kind of blinding Did we lose Michael? We did lose Michael. We're having a bit of a funny with video at the moment. I apologise, everybody.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I don't have the other Michael.
I have you.
It's all good.
Anybody else have?
No,
Okay.
we're missing US Michael.
Wait, what? Are we?
And
Oh, you're fine.
he's saying
You're
he can't
fine.
hear me, but I can hear him.
It's all good.
And
As
you
long
have
as you
me.
can all
Missing
hear
for as
me,
well.
it's fine.
Yeah.
You find it difficult to see the figure make out any details in the middle of the room as the light explodes outwards, blinding you temporarily. When you finally are able to see it, you see a ranger. Clearly, it looks similar to many you've seen before. It bears the same sort of armor, although the design is different to anything you've seen. It's sleek. It has a badge on its chest with a clock design. There's a dark red with black accents. And when it lifts off its helmet, you see somebody that looks a lot like Q if life had gone a different way.
Can I hit him with a frying pan?
If you would like to try and hit him with a frying pan, you are welcome to do so. Please make me
Yes.
a attack roll.
Fight.
I mean, I feel
Frying
like
pan
it's
check.
so like just the order of events is something went wrong. We're all on guard. This thing appears, and it looks like fucked up Q.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I don't think that's quite the
immediate
phrasing that
instinct-
Matt used.
I said it looks like Q if things had gone differently.
Like pizza, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no. Tell me what like. The reason I asked is like, does it look like bad? Like, what am I? My
Not bad.
immediate,
Just,
my
you know,
immediate
it looks
reaction-
reaction-
pretty
Of course
much
it's not
like
bad.
Q, just like scars on a cheek, hair's
Like you
cut
had a bad day.
a lot shorter. Like he had a
Badass
few
Q
bad
is what you're
days.
saying.
You
Um,
know?
Buddy, why are there two of you?
Okay, so I won't hit him with the frying pan. Instead, I was like, "Did you do this?"
So
Who are you?
Sophia's morphed and pointing her bladed bow and is very much unsure what the fuck is happening.
Q, buddy, why are there two of you?
This strange ranger sort of ignores the majority of you, strides up to Ryan and glances at him for a second, kind of looks around, looks down at a readout on his wrist, and then just says, "The events that have unfolded were not intended to do so in this way. The timeline has become corrupted. We will be taking you back several months from today, and things will unfold differently."
What? Will Sophie be okay?
She was
Alright,
never
so are you gonna
supposed to be
leave-
asleep for this long a period of time.
All
He
right.
places a hand on your shoulder, and you are transported with him
Hey,
away.
if I may, before that happens, I can't see it right now, but maybe he can hear me.
I can hear you.
Peter,
Yep.
don't screw it up. She's special in any
Thanks.
universe.
Can Sophie say goodbye real quick? Just give Ryan a hug and and like as they hug, she says quietly, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I never see you again. Bye.
I feel the same.
With
It's weird.
one hand on the Titanium Ranger's shoulder, the Quantum Ranger sends them hurtling through time and space to a point in the timeline that should be correct and allows it to continue. Ryan watches.
Back to the switch.
Back to the switch. Only this time, Sophie doesn't fall down. She doesn't stay down. And events in the dark timeline unfold very differently.
When she comes back, you're here. It's you. I've been through so much. I don't know if you remember any of it. I'm done waiting. There's too much going on to not do this. And Ryan pulls out, unclaps something from a necklace he's wearing under his shirt, gets down on one knee. Sophie, I love you. Will you marry me? Now let's go save the damn world.
Back in the main timeline, for lack of a better word,
Cal's still holding a
As-
fire prank. God, I hate
Yep.
this time travel bullshit.
you and me both, Cal. As Q stands there chomping on a cheeseburger, just watching the world go by, the Quantum Ranger returns, looking as if he is looking in a mirror. He kind of sizes the man before him up and then just says, in this
No.
timeline,
No, don't you open your damn mouth. I do not want any of it because this makes my brain ache and I do not want. And he grabs the frying pan from Cal and brandishes it.
I was about to say, Cal is like sneaking up behind him with the frying pan. Say the word.
Bro, take the pan.
Tell me.
He just gets one finger and one pan and that's it.
as the Quantum Ranger pulls the helmet back over his head, anybody other than Q can make me a alertness perception check. Just alertness
I'm
perception.
gonna use my
Difficulty
idea point.
25.
17.
Oh wow, that is absolute garbage. I rolled a 15. No, wait, 13. That's balls.
Q, you hear as the helmet gets pulled over his head seconds before he disappears. It was good to see you, brother. And he's gone.
Cool. Well, time travelers and interdimensional what's-its in a different ranger. Guess it's Thursday. Q hands the pan back to Cal and leaves the room.
So Sophie feels better. Like all the stuff that she'd been feeling for like a month and a half, just
Gone.
this is it. This is the fix.
Yep.
She looks at Peter and says, I think I'm okay. And then she kind of narrows her eyes and says, You're lucky.
I knew you
You're
would be.
lucky. I'm okay.
I knew you would be. Like, after we figured out that that piece of energy was what was missing from her, it was simply a case of removing it from you.
Did you know where it was going to go?
I could only assume it would go back to the grid. At that point, it can't return to you because it's not your spectrum.
God, I wish I could hear him.
You know, it's really easy to forget because of your general but
Peter-ness.
you're really smart. It's annoying.
It's, well, you know, two sides of the same coin. They're specifically smart at specific things. I wouldn't trust Peter with first aid. Anyway, Sophie just throws her arms around him, says, thanks. Glad that's over.
Well, fingers crossed that'll be the last time we hear of that timeline.
Yeah.
That old chestnut.
So so I know for sure that my body is back to feeling normal. I am currently morphed. I would like to do a teleport and see how that feels. Just across the lab.
Absolutely fine. You teleport.
Smoke cloud. And then she's like, sorry guys.
Pete will loudly stretch and crunch his fingers and just be like, well, my work here is done. I need to go see a man about a time-traveling Red Ranger. And he'll like run off after Q.
Don't. That way lies pain. Pain and inconsistent writing.
Walking down
She-
the hall, toweling off her hair. Y'all
She-
seem to
she
be
wa-
having quite the day without me.
Yeah,
I
I was
I'm
like,
getting to run commentary.
you're welcome.
Sophie will just look
Appreciate
at
you.
Cassidy. Uh,
Mhm.
Thank you. All of the work you've done is very valuable. I was trying to have a heartfelt moment. Technology, fix yourself.
Damn it, video.
I think we will save the heartfelt moment for next week because video seems to be having a slight issue.
No, it's okay. Sabina's back.
Really bad day.
I can.
Is she?
She was
No, she's
back and then she
missing
vanished
from-
again.
No, she's back. I can hear her now. No.
Oh.
God damn it.
I know that she has been following on by listening
hang
to
on,
the
give me-
stream
Yeah.
in between, so.
Oh,
at
and
one
Sophie
point
was
I
gonna be all like-
transcribing the whole session live as you were speaking.
Yeah, no, it was a heartfelt thank you moment to acknowledge Cassidy's phantomness and how awesome it is. Y'all can just kind of fill in the blanks for that.
Because technology sucks.
Technology is gremlins.
Yeah. Great. Sophie goes back to the training room. Just like, I have to go punch something now. Just leaves.
And on that note,
I'm getting
want
caught
some
in
help?
the rain.
we are going to end the session there with the dark timeline, possibly a little less dark. The Quantum Ranger traveling through time and space. Q has a brother somewhere.
Mr. I hate time travel.
I mean, clones call each
Cow?
other brother, sister.
Now has a frying pan as a power weapon.
Power pack.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah,
make it do 2 damage and give it to me.
Cannon.
Peter did in fact
Get-
shoot his girlfriend
Rapunzel right
in
there.
the back.
But for science.
That's not better.
Yes.
You're not good with women in the real world, are you?
Favorite scene for yourself and
Almost
favorite
got
scene
murdered by
for another
Ryan.
player. Starting with Michael, who plays ordinarily Sarah, but for today Ryan.
There's so good. There's so much. For someone else, it's got to be the shooting in the back because I'm excited to see the repercussions of that. Because really,
None. It's the right thing.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely
you
shooting
think-
someone in the back without saying anything is always the right move. Yeah.
You think there's no repercussions. There's just no
And for myself,
immediate repercussions.
there's so much. So good. I think for myself, it's got to be that my stinger when I'm proposing to Sophie, if only because I got to see Anne freak out in the corner up here.
No, I won't deal with this.
So-
More weddings.
great.
Let's go.
Jay, who plays.
oh, that's gonna be
Mercutio.
one real messed up wedding.
So
Damn it! Why is
probably for Q was disappearing to get a burger before coming to the command center and nobody picking up on that. That was quite amusing. And also shutting down Quantum
God.
Ranger before he said whatever he said he was going to say. So just like, I don't want
None of
any
that.
more of this. Thank you and goodbye. For
stop it.
someone, yeah, zip it, zip. Shh. For someone else, I liked Cal the man with the pan that can. Just frying pans as weapons are just comedy gold, and that was proven in Smash Brothers. Because whenever Princess Peach power, bang, just that noise that makes it so satisfying. Yeah, the pang, it's chef kiss.
Perfect.
It's brilliant. Bonus points if it's a hot
Perfect.
pan with oil in it still. Yeah.
Fire damage. Panic, who plays Cal.
God. Today's session was so interesting for me because in between not being able to understand US Michael because of audio problems and not like this not being like my bag, I truly don't know what happened today. But for what I did understand, my favorite moment for Cal stopping Dana, just because, yeah, I know why you want to jump him, but this is the
Don't
wrong
hit your
one.
brother.
Do not wait. Just wait.
Time out, or you're going to your bedroom.
And my favorite moment from another player is when US Michael first arrived in the timeline as Ryan, and T1000 sprints towards Q and Sophie. Wait! Hold
Some
on!
Terminator moment. Yeah.
Have you seen this boy?
No, I truly don't know what
I'll be
happened today.
Oh God.
And who plays Sophie.
I really wanted to roundhouse kick Ryan at the beginning when he came charging in, but I was like, no, she wouldn't do that. I feel like she would have figured out something was off with him showing up the way he did. So I was like, okay, that's fair. But so I was just in the background reacting to shit because I was like, everything's so good. the proposal at the end. You're killing me, Michael, in the best way. I'm gonna have to get you back later. Yeah. And Sophie just trying to manage everything. Like, okay, here's the explanation. Here's what happened. I'm sorry, I should have led with that. And her not explaining Ryan's whole thing in this timeline's Ryan. Like, oh, by the way, everyone thinks you're evil and brainwashed because you were raised by demons. Should have led with that. I thought was kind of funny because she was too busy trying to problem solve and like and just the idea like we're going for a drive for 20 minutes to hash this out and not immediately going to the command center because Sophie doesn't make decisions like that. She's like, we're not just gonna let this guy in, are we? And just like, you're the Red Ranger, say something. Just make the decision for me. So that was kind of my what is it? My favorite part of it. Just Sophie being like, Q, do we do this? Do we let him in? Yeah, it was great.
Last
Lead,
but
leader.
not least,
Hello there. I think we all
Michael,
know
who
what my
plays
favorite.
Peter.
I think we all know what my favorite moment for Pete was. Like, I'm sorry, but I got to use the MGD and B, it was funny. So shooting Sophie with the MGD. And then for someone else, even though it did technically involve Pete, I'm gonna do it. Cal hitting Pete with the frying pan made me chuckle.
He does.
You're on mute.
I love.
Yeah, just the sentence of Peter saying, "I apologized beforehand, so you can't be mad at me."
Yeah, that's not how that
Okay,
works.
to be fair,
The
Yeah.
worst. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Peter.
To be fair, I thought it was a player apology and not like a character apology. So just I assume Peter just did it without saying anything.
Oh no, he fully.
So
Sorry,
am
babe.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I apologize beforehand, so you can't be mad at me. You
It's
deserve the
funny
frying
because
pan.
I did this bit earlier in the session just because I thought it would be funny where she just quickly says I love you and then teleports away. So I'm like, really, that's it again? I get shot by the MGD after this
But now you feel better.
this moment.
Yeah. Professor Love get shot in the back.
do feel
Is that
better.
right? Yeah.
But now you feel better, so.
No, but
I mean,
You know,
did he or
guys-
did he
just-
not fix the problem on both ends?
Caused another
He
one
did.
though.
Yep. I've
Two
Like,
problems
I've
for the
had
price
one
of
rule.
a relationship.
I've had one rule, like the entire way through. What's my one rule, guys?
No time.
No
travel.
time travel.
Yeah.
And
So
I
does that
broke
mean
the
I get to
rule.
level up? Does that mean I get to level up
You
for
broke the
reinforcing
rule.
that rule?
Everybody is now
I didn't.
level 9.
Whoop,
What?
whoop.
Oh, I was
I
kidding.
didn't.
What?
No, everybody is now level 9.
I didn't.
Dude,
I-
Cal's
wow,
having
I
the
didn't
best
feel like
time.
we
He
spent
doesn't
that
do
much time.
anything.
Nice.
He doesn't do anything, and he gets more powerful. This is awesome.
You cook. That's
Um,
everything.
That frying pan gave you a lot of XP, dude.
Dude, I hit
that
Peter so
frying
hard
pan
with the
is
frying
power.
pan. I hit
I'm
Peter
gonna hit you
so
so
hard I
I'm
leveled
leveling
up.
But yeah,
That's so
One
fucking
rule.
funny.
no time travel. And I broke
Peter,
my one
I'm
rule.
close to leveling up, and you look like just enough.
I
You
made
broke
the
your
power
own rule.
protect
That's
me.
your.
You did it.
Yeah, it's not our fault. We
No,
didn't
but
break
it
any
made
rules.
it
Yeah,
made it
I
so
didn't
much
have to
better.
time travel. You did that.
It made it so much better.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't say it out loud, but you can if you
Yeah.
if you knew how to read lips. I was like,
Not all that.
Quantum Ranger. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, you joined the time cops. What? Cute.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Once he's like, "There's a clock on his chest," I'm like, "What the?"
Yeah,
It's 'cause he's a
there's
rapper
little
from the
clock
80s.
motif on the badge. It's like son of a.
Absolutely not. Get that out of here.
I need some notes. I'm gonna need some
Nobody
notes for
wants
my
you
fan
as-
fiction. Sorry, I'd like all of the lore on this timeline so I can break it.
It keeps changing. The Quantum Ranger just comes in and resets it whenever he doesn't like it.
Just comes in,
Like-
grabs the etch a sketch, shakes it above his head viciously, and puts it back down and walks out.
Let's try it again.
The dark timeline's his personal plaything.
Yep. That's why it's so dark.
Listen,
It was his goth period of time when he started it.
Necromancers are so melodramatic.
So
Yep.
does that mean he's still in his goth phase? Because wouldn't he have fixed? If
No,
he
that's why
wasn't?
he's trying to get it to be better.
Ah,
what
Um,
do I have for level 9?
Thank you everybody for watching.
Yes.
We will see you next week for drumroll. Somebody, please give me a drum roll because this is happening. Ninja Warrior will be taking place next week. Believe it or not, that is happening.
I got
Whoop.
Kelsey.
Yay! Time jump. We're no longer in January.
Guys,
Ninja Warrior, people.
we finally get to kick Ninjor's ass for stealing our likenesses.
And using them to make money without us.
ooh, that could
Have a
happen.
fantastic week, everybody, and may the power protect you. Bye.
We don't appreciate IP theft here, the Thunder Team.